Alrighty, so we have created a button that finds a list of colors. We created a list of colors. We call lists arrays in computer science. So we have this array of colors, and we created this button that cycles through all of these colors. Now, I want to kind of use this code again. I'm going to add this event listener, but I want to add this event listener to all of the cards and make it so that the background of the cards changes to a random color. To do this, we're going to use something called a loop. A loop is code that's going to repeat itself over and over and over again until it's done looping. We'll look at this right now. Let's create a new const. This is a new variable, and we're going to call it cards. And this is going to be another array. It doesn't look like it, but this is an array of cards. Now, this is card 0, this is card 1, so if I say, for example, cards 0 dot styles, card 0 is referencing the specific card dot style dot background color equals red. So what I just did, we created this list of cards, and now I could say card 0, make it red. Let's see if it works. It's not working. Errors, warning. Card 0 dot cards 0 dot style dot background color oh, okay, this red has to be in quotation marks. I didn't put red in quotation marks. Good to remember. Okay, so now I can pick specific cards. I made this list of cards. This selected all cards. Now cards is an array. It's a list of all the cards. So if I wanted to do something to, let's say, Pikachu, that's card, I think 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think Pikachu is card 9. I could be wrong. I don't remember exactly how we set up the grid. Cards 9 dot style dot background color blue. Now whichever card is 9, perfect, I did count correctly. It's Pikachu. Now Pikachu's blue. But we don't want to just set the style to blue. Let's set it so that all of these cards are buttons, and let's make it so that all of these buttons set their color to a random color. That's a lot of work, but we'll do it together so you guys can see it. So let's do our first ever loop. Let's write this. Let's loop through all of our cards. We could write cards dot for each. For each. And I'm going to let my AI autofill that. For each function card. And we're going to end with this symbol when we're done, just so I don't forget to put it. Okay, so cards for each function card. What this for each loop does is this loops through each card in the card set. So the code we write here is going to happen once for this card, 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 once for this card. It's going to run once for every card. So now if I just say card dot style dot background color equals light gray is what the AI gave me. I'll take it. And this needs to be in a single quotation, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 90% sure that that is the case. Now it's going to loop through all the cards, and it gave all the cards the light gray. But we could have already done that. We have CSS properties. I could just go into my CSS if I wanted to set all the card colors to gray. That's not what we want JavaScript for. I would just go into my CSS, and I would just find my cards tag, and I would just set the cards style background color to gray. What JavaScript is for isn't just for decorating something, it's for dynamically doing it, so it can change, so we can make changes on our websites while the website is being displayed. JavaScript lets us do things in real time, like, respond to what the user is doing. It makes our website react. It makes our website react to events, like the user clicking, to do things. Let's mess around with that. I'm going to copy this random number code. We're going to use a random number here. And instead of setting the every card style to light gray, we'll set it to a random color. So instead of colors.length, no, random color is going to be colors.length. So we're going to have this random color code again. So we have random number. We're going to have a random color. So we're going to take the same code again. This is going to have us have a random color. And then we'll say, we could say card dot style dot background color will be a random color. So now, for each card, it's going to generate a random number. It's going to select a random color based on that random number, and it will set that card's background to that random color. Before I hit refresh, pause the video for a second. Think, what is this going to look like? If I set for each card, we're picking a random number, we're picking a random color for each card, and we're setting that card to a random color. When I hit refresh, each card is going to have a random background. Each time I refresh, each card will have a random background. That's a pretty cool effect. Now that's pretty cool. That's definitely something we would need JavaScript to accomplish. Let's take it a step farther. Let's do that, and then let's also add an event listener, card.add event listener, and let's make it so that when I click on these cards, and I am a bum, so I'm going to let my AI autofill that a little bit. And we're going to put this little round parentheses at the end and then a semicolon. And we have this function ready to write in. So in between this and this is my function. And I can write in here. And let's do the same thing again. Let's do the exact same thing again. So when I click on it, it's going to do the exact same thing. It's going to create a random color. I should actually do it this way. I don't need to copy the word const anymore because we already created it up here. So don't worry about that. But now, every time I click on it, our random number will get set to a new random number. The random color will then select based on that random number. And then we'll set the card background to that color. So we now have an event listener that's listening for a click. So when we click on the card, it will change colors. Let's save that, and let's test it. So we have random background colors, and when I click on the cards, nothing's happening. Let's check why. Do I have a code? I don't have a code error. Let's see. Add event listener. Click, comma, function, parentheses. This closes, that looks good. If this isn't here, everything's working, right? Oh no, wait, everything's working either way. So everything up to here is working, the code's running. And then when I click on it, a random number becomes a random number. Oh, okay, I forgot one thing. So I think we need to add to each card. We could do card.style.cursor equals pointer. I think this was missing. What this does is it allows my mouse to click on the card. I think this was missing. I think that should help. So when we want a button has this by default, so I didn't have to put it for the buttons. But the card I can't click on by default, doesn't respond to clicks. So now, oh yeah, perfect. Now I have this pointer. When I hold it over the card, my pointer shows up. But it's still not letting me click on it. So I have my card. It has my pointer. I think I am clicking on it. Random number is going to be a random number. Random number, set it equal to a random number, random color, card style.background color is a random color. I don't see why this is not working. Okay, this is all working. This event listener is not working. When I click on the card, let's just do all of this again. Maybe I do need to just say const. Oh, I just saw it happen. Okay, it's only detecting my clicks. Oh, no, it's working. Okay, it's just working. I just needed to include the word const. But I would have thought that I could reuse these, but I guess not. It's fine. Okay, so this is working now. Sorry it took me a second. I had to debug a little bit, but now this is working. So now we added this code at the bottom to our code, and we added a loop that's going to look for each card. So when the page first loads, each card is going to get a pointer, which is when I hover over it, my mouse turns into a pointer. It'll pick a random number when the page first loads, and it'll set the background color. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use this for the background also. So we'll do card style pointer. We're going to do random color stuff at the end, and I'm just going to use this for the body. Let me see if that works. No, the body wasn't defined, is it? Document.body. Document.body. And it still didn't work. We have a random number, we have a random color. Oh, body.style. Whoops. No, I did do that. Okay, there we go. So at the end, I just copy-pasted the random color background code. So now our background is a random color when we spawn in. We can change it to random colors, and we can click on these cards to change their colors as well. You could add other colors to your list. This is just a fun little activity. And actually, my text, I can't see it on some of these backgrounds. So I'm going to set my text to black in my CSS as well before I finish this lesson. And just in total, at the end of this, what we did is we added an array of cards. So all of these cards were added to this cards array. And then we looped. We said for each. That ran this code for card 0. Then it ran it for card 1. Then it ran it for card 2. Then it ran it for card 3. Then it ran it for card 4. We looped through each card. And for each card, we start with a random color. And then we added an event to the card where if we click on it, it also adds a random color. So when we click on it, it sets it to a random color. Then finally, I just made it so when we start the game, outside of any functions, it just runs the set background to a random color code. I'm going to zoom in on this more maybe and make it big because it might be tiny on my screen. So this is all of the new code for it. Oh no! Is it cut off? No, it looks fine. How small was it before? Okay, hopefully it's not frustrating. My students will respond if it's frustrating, and I will re-record this series if I have time. Okay. Let's do one last thing. I'm just going to make my CSS color for my cards black. So in my styles.css, I'm going to open with Visual Studios. I'm going to find my cards. I need to find my text colors. Where did I put that? Text align, color, white. No. Background white, padding white, display white, overflow. Okay, card header. Let's just do this. Color black. And if I refresh, that doesn't work. Something is overriding my card colors. Card image, card P, there it is. Color is black. Okay. That did not work. Styles.css, save card paragraph. This is a card paragraph. How is this? Why did my color not change? Card header black, but this shouldn't matter. I just want to see if it works. This is not the right CSS style sheet, maybe? Okay, my first website, I had the wrong style sheet open. Yeah, I was editing the wrong style sheet, so I need to open the right style sheet. I opened the wrong file. And now, if I go to my card, if I go to my card paragraph, and I set the color of my card paragraph to black, and I hit refresh, now my card text is black, which is what I wanted. Okay, looks great. That is it for this lesson. Do your best. Let me know if you need help.